guys, the Kings of Leon. They're from where we're from. Here's a little bit of musical criticism of it. Back in the 80s, you heard a lot of junk. Hair metal and cul-de-sac punk. You had Jason and the Scorchers and Husker Du. Bands like them were too far and too few. But something was brewing in that Seattle scene. And pretty soon it was a radio thing. 3 guys in Nirvana. Give them all the credit. But as for Pearl Jam, I never did get it. Hey, Nirvana was better than Pearl Jam. And all the other bands that came right after them, they all sounded sort of stuck in a mold. But Nirvana just sounded like a rock and roll. I'll never forget the very first time I heard a record called Nevermind. It was loud, it was weird, and full of rage, but it sounded so perfect in every way. And man, they called it grunge, that was just a name. It was a skinny little dude named Kurt Cobain, and he was making a sound that was all his own, just like Hank Williams or Joey Ramone. And Nirvana was better than Pearl Jam. And all the other bands that came right after them, they all sounded sort of stuck in a mold. But Nirvana just sounded like rock and roll. I'm telling you, it's not that I don't like Eddie Vedder. I'm just not sure we didn't have it better before all those guys were singing with his voice and they were going, yeah, yeah, and Jeremy's spoken. Then it was a completely different guy and a completely different band with exactly the same voice, and he was going, with arms wide open. And I get annoyed because I've heard Creed and Bush and whoever the new guys are, and they sound the same. They sound like Pearl Jam. But the fact remains that Nirvana was better than Pearl Jam. And all the other bands that came right after them, they made a lot of money, but I can't keep them straight. It's like the hot country shit on Whistle 98. They all sound sort of stuck in a mold, whereas Nirvana just sounded like rock and roll. Thanks so much. So nice to be here. I'm going to do a few songs. Molly Thomas, the great Molly Thomas fiddler from Nashville, is here, and she's going to play guitar for you guys and sing. And then I think Todd Snider is going to be on later. I'm gonna drink this glass of wine, and by the time it's done, it'll be time for me to get off. And then we're gonna do all sorts of stuff later on tonight. It's gonna be neat. Maybe some of you guys will stick around. So this song has Brownie, you're doing a great job. That guy's in here, and I think Ryan Adams is in here somewhere. There's a couple characters in here, but never by name. When the boy genius looked in the mirror, boy genius didn't like what he saw. He thought this genius thing is somewhat in question, and I ain't even looking like a boy at all. He had gray hair popping from his temples and gray half moons under his red eyes. Meanwhile, across town, lying in a bed, another boy genius getting ready to rise. Oh Lord, don't let him find me. Oh Lord, don't let him find me. Oh Lord, don't let him find me out. Yeah, the president called his old buddy. Said, Mike, I got rise. Oh Lord, don't let them find me. Oh Lord, don't let them find me. Oh Lord, don't let them find me out. I'm pretty sure we can fool them for a week or two. Baby, we can fool them for a year. Maybe we can fool them for the rest of our lives, but I don't know. Baseball. Me too. Some guy's he's going for second place right now. He thinks he might be going for first place at some point, the home run title all time. And I got a song about a guy who really went through some hardships and came out on top. And I'm kind of hoping that he keeps his place in the all-time ledgers, and his name was Hank Aaron. And this is a song about Hank Aaron. I don't know what to call it yet. I might call it Hank Aaron. Yeah. Dice games ending with a flash of a blade. It's all in the wrist if you want to get paid. Daddy sold beer, the Black Cat Lounge, sold a little shine till the man come around. Little boy walking through a place like that, he's hitting bottle caps with a broomstick bat. Skinny cause there wasn't much of nothing to eat, walking through the mud cause there wasn't any street. And this was Alabama, down the bay, whole world looking off the other way. Yeah, Henry Aaron was looking for a reason to dream in 47 when a black man signed with a big league team. Jim Crow smiling while the sun beat down on the sandlot field on the wrong side of town. He took it all in stride, he was striding to the ball, turn of the wrist, crack, jog and touch them all. 10 years later, still playing the game, stands full of people hollering out his name. That's when he won the pennant with a 4-base knock. The same day they were riding in Little Rock, and up in old Milwaukee he was MVP. Back in Alabama he was still not free to drink a beer in the white man's lounge, not free to have a meal in Mobile downtown. Black man rising through the hard, hot South, speaking his mind with a bat and not his mouth, holding it inside, striding to the ball, turn of the wrist, crack, jog and touch them all. Jog and touch them all. Well, Hank Aaron kept on hitting home runs no matter who the pitcher was. Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale, Juan Marichal, Bob Gibson. He had home runs off of all of them. He hit a lot of home runs, and he hit so many of them that after a while people started thinking that he wasn't hitting home runs so much as he was chasing a pinstripe ghost by the name of Babe Ruth. Now, Babe Ruth was a hell of a baseball player. Babe Ruth hit these mammoth moonshot home runs. He would stand there at home plate, he would hit the would stand there and his big old belly would jiggle from the aftershock of the blast while they watched the ball go over the fence. And man, Babe Ruth was, he was something else. He didn't do performance-enhancing drugs like some of the guys do today, Beer Buns. He did performance-restricting drugs like some of you guys are doing tonight. Cheers. He was loud and he was brash and he was cocky. He would brag. He was funny. He was white. And Hank Aaron was none of those things, man. Hank Aaron just stood up there and hit home runs. Home runs. And the thing that people got mad at him for hitting those home runs is he got closer and closer to Babe Ruth. Babe held the all-time home run record with 714, and the closer Hank got to it, the more he would get like death threats. People just hating on him for hitting home runs, for being a good baseball player, for being maybe even a better baseball player than Babe Ruth. Arguable. And when he finally hit his 715th home run, it was April 8th, 1974. You can look it up when you get home. When he finally hit his 715th home run and beat Babe Ruth, he ran at home plate and his mother was there. His mother was there to meet him at home plate. And reporters were there too, and they kept hollering at her. They kept hollering questions at her. They kept asking her, how does it feel to be the mother of the all-time home run champion? His mother just kept saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. One time I was a little kid in a beauty salon in Atlanta, Georgia, waiting on my grandmother to get her hair did. And I had on a Brave shirt, and some lady came up to me and asked me who was my favorite player, and I said, Hank Aaron. Yeah! And she said that it was a shame. It was a shame that he had beaten Babe Ruth, and that it didn't look like they were ever going to let us keep anything for ourselves. And I was a little kid, and I didn't know that that lady and I had any part of the home run record, so I was confused as to how Hank Aaron had taken it from us. Anyway, I never heard tell of that old lady again. I guess she's gone now. I never read about her in a magazine or saw her on TV or anything like that. She might have made the obit page one day. I don't know, but Hank Aaron did pretty good for himself. Pretty good. But I do think that it must have bugged him. I think that it must have irritated him. I think it must have made him look sad that the more truth and beauty that he put out into the world, the more lies and ugliness came back at him. But maybe that's the way it works sometimes. Maybe that's the way that it works a lot of the time. Maybe that's the way it works. Dice games ended with a flash of a blade. Saw in the wrist, if you want to get paid. Daddy sold beer at the Black Cat Lounge. He sold a little shine till the man come around. Little boy walking through a place like that. He hitting bottle caps with a broomstick bat. Skinny cause there wasn't much of nothing to eat. He was walking through the mud because there wasn't any street. And this was Alabama, down the bay, the whole world looking off the other way. And Henry Aaron was looking for a reason to dream. And when the dream came true, that's when the world got really mean. He opened up a death threats in the mail cause he was taking a hammer to a great white whale. He had no place to hide, striding to the ball, turning the wrist flat, jogging, touch 'em all. Crack, jogging, touch 'em all. Crack, jogging, touch 'em all. Crack, jogging, touch 'em all. Man, I met a guy at a, oh, I got CDs for sale. They're not CDs really, they're 5-song EPs. CDs. They got cover art by Todd's wife, Melita, who's awfully good. And I had a number of them stolen from me in Milwaukee a couple weeks ago when I was playing there. Downtown, somebody busted into the window and took a bunch of my CDs. So the smart thing to do would be to travel to Milwaukee. It's a beautiful city, and check the pawn shops for these CDs. If you don't want to do that, I think they're at the back of the table. And some of these songs are on them, and a lot of these songs are new. This is a newer one. I met this guy in a bar, and can you believe that? I met this guy in a bar, and he put on like 7 Johnny Cash songs in a row. And I was like, man, this is cool. And I went over to him and I said, thank you for putting on 7 Johnny Cash songs in a row. This is cool. And he said, I love Johnny Cash. And I said, I love Johnny Cash too. And he said, I love Johnny Cash more than you do. And I said, well, maybe we can all love Johnny Cash in our own, peculiar way. And he said, no, I love Johnny Cash more than you do. I said, great, let me buy you a drink. And he told me his story. He told me that he learned to love Johnny Cash. Well, he first heard him when he was in the military, and he learned to love him when he was in prison. And I said, why did you go into prison? And he told me this thing that he had done or he said, well, what they said that I did was, and he told me the story of what they said that he did, and I said, why would they say that you would do that, man? And he said, because I did it, goddammit. I tried for a year to write a song about what this guy had done, and I finally figured out that the better song was about why he did it, which he told me about for the next hour. And, so this is that, and it does tell you what he did, but it's mostly about why he did it. And so here it is. I ain't no honky-tonk hero, but I honky-tonk all the same. Coming here for years, double jack rocks, don't you act like you don't know my name, Larry, you know my name. Hey Larry, you know my name. And I'm tired of all your bullshit, yeah, you heard me right. If you're gonna throw me out again, it ain't gonna be without a fight. I ain't afraid to fight you. I think I do all right. And your jukebox sucks and your girls dress like they're working for some pimp. I ain't no VIP, but I ain't no circus chimp. And that's how you treat me, like a circus chimp. Tell you something, me and Ham had the run of this place. Me and Ham and Ashley fly, and now they're gone without a trace. Like they was never here, and it's just me left in this place. My wife is dead and my oldest boy, he don't talk to me at all. Guess you never knew Junior. He got shot down in the Gulf, friendly fire, friendly fire. Your jukebox, it just bangs and pounds, turn it down a lot. I ain't one of your sweet young things, but I ain't no afterthought, and that's how you treat me, like an afterthought. And hey, if man is God's invention and not the other way around, I'd like to ask the good Lord something about the way it all goes down. I want an answer for how it goes down. And I I'd say, did you put me here to love these people a little more every day? Did you teach me how to love them so you could take them all away, one by one, one by one? Come back here, I'm dry, you can see I'm dry. What? No, and I won't take a cab. Look me in the eye and mark my word, I'll leave. But I'm gonna go out to my car. I'm gonna get in my car. I'm gonna drive it through the window of your bar. There's gonna be screens and glass. You're gonna have to tear up some tabs. And then I'm gonna walk right back and pour myself a double jack. And when the cops come by, they're gonna ask you for my name. You know my name, Larry. You know my name, Larry. And then we're going to have some more music. I think this is not the end of our night's entertainment. I'd like to tell you that I'm a proud, and I think, and I'm not trying to brag, and don't treat me any different after the show, but I think I'm the only person here who's a member of the Sheboygan, Wisconsin Elks Lodge, number 299. I'm not from Sheboygan, I'm from East Nashville. I'm from South Carolina originally. I live in East Nashville, which is a great place, but Sheboygan is a lovely place, and the Elks Lodge has lots of fun people, and I share their interest in beer drinking and football. And there's this guy there named Netman. Everybody's got a nickname. They call me Cecil. My name is Peter. They call me Cecil. My name is Peter Cooper. There was a first baseman for the Brewers named Cecil Cooper, so they call me Cecil. They think that's a riot. And there's White Shoes and Colsey and Ole and there's Netman. And Netman's name used to be like Jim or something, but he went fishing one day with White Shoes. And White Shoes was catching a fish and Netman had the net, you know? White Shoes was like, Jim, get the net, I got a big fish. And he screwed it up somehow. The fish ended up back in the water. He's been Netman ever since. That was 15 years ago. Now, Netman is not afraid of a drink, and one time we were at a Packers tailgate. Which is, I highly recommend, and it's like 8 in the morning, okay? The game starts at noon, so we're there, and we are rocking, okay? And I see Netman takes this big thing. It's almost like a pitcher, but without a spout. You know, it's like pitcher size, but it ain't meant to pour out drinks to other people. And he puts some ice in this thing, and he pours a can of Coke, and then he takes a bottle of Southern Comfort, drains that mofo, and near the end of the bottle, he sees me looking at him, and I felt embarrassed, like I, caught him in a private moment. And this is heavy dude. So, and then he sees me seeing him, you know? And my shame only lasted for a second, though, because he put me at ease. He said, hold this! Oh! Wife made me promise to only have 2 drinks today. This is one. So, I'll leave you with this song that's kind of about Sheboygan, and it's kind of about, like, religion, because Here's the thing, if you believe that we are predestined, that our lives are, preordained, that what we're doing right now is what was meant for us hundreds of thousands of years ago, that God knew where we would be at this time. If you figure it that way, and there are a lot of people who figure it that way, then no matter what you're doing and how bad you're screwing up, you're in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. So, tonight, divinely inspired. Thank y'all so much. I'll be back later, and then tomorrow night. And thank you. This is great. Bloomington's a cool town. And I went to church one Sunday, and I heard the preacher say, God knew 10 million years ago the things we'll do today. It's all predestination, and I figure what it means is that we do all the things that we do because God wills us to do these things. And so I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again, drunk again. According to the master's plan, yeah, I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. It's not for us to understand the things that He divined, shout or curse or praise, but it was He who wrote your lines. He decides our mortal fate, scholar, star, fool. He meant for me right now to be right here on this bar stool. Sitting in Sheboygan drunk again, sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Everything according to the master's plan, yeah, I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. And I would not trade this lot He left me, even if I could. The life that He breathes into me is sweet and fine and good. Just so long as I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again, sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Everything according to the master's plan, yeah, I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Everything according to the master's plan, yeah, I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Again, thank y'all.
Breathing in my blood and restless in my bones. Oh, this California sun has slowed me down, just like you said it would. You let me follow by my song. play some songs before we all get up. This song is from my CD that's for sale back there. It's called Shoot the Sky. And this is the title track to the CD. Go ahead and shoot the sky. It's already falling. You're too ardent. Shoot your fool while you're at it. Pretty good at it. other Sharona. And normally I'd be hesitant to tell a story about her, but because her story is so messed up. But she pretty much exploited herself. She does it daily. So I feel like I can too. I can't do two things at once. I've got to tune my guitar first. Somebody need to clear their throat over there, over here somewhere. Okay, go ahead. Anyway, so this lady, Sharona, she walked through the door of the bar where I work, and I thought to myself, Lord have mercy, this woman is trouble. And sure enough, after hearing her story, she'd come up to Nashville from New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina, and she was staying there for like a month and a half, 2 months, something crazy like that. And her husband had been tasered by the New Orleans police, and just one story after another. Taser. And but that was even before the hurricane, so her house got flooded, her car got stolen, her son wants to be, well, I can't go there. Anyway, she has a full life, and she's not ashamed to express herself. So I wrote a song about her because she and I got to be good friends. In fact, she gave me a pink shirt of hers, and she said that she thought of me when she gave me the shirt, and I thought of mine. You thought of me when you gave me this pink low-cut shirt. Anyway, so I still have that shirt. It still smells like her perfume. My name is Sharona. And Peter's going to sing this with me.